There's no politics here.
It states in particular, he should not engage in any public controversy,
If
least of all on political matters.
Let's take the worst case scenario. If the institution he is in, there is corruption, he should keep quiet. So what should he do?
He should be writing to the Chief Justice.
Okay, he says failed.
He should be writing to the
failed.
And if there is somebody,
then what should he do? He should keep quiet about it.
If there is someone approaching him, he has the power. He can issue contempt notice to that person. If anybody dares to approach him, to influence him in any of his decisions,
there's corruption. For instance, not this case. We are giving a simple thing.
What I'm saying,
and his colleague is taking a bribe. He writes to the Chief Justice, he informs the Chief Justice, doesn't do anything. He gets frustrated. Okay, maybe the frustration level comes to a point that I'll go public now. Okay, so fine, you can, the person against whom he is alleged and himself, you can certainly hold him to task by saying, prove this allegation. And the other person who's alleged it will say, you made a false allegation, I'll show it. Which is exactly what's happened in this case. So which other article can you rely upon?
This is the only article, I suppose, but there is an article which was invoked in the order itself.
Which one was that?
Kindly read second para of Article 2.
I'm going to read that. Right. Second para,
Second para of Article 2.
In the matter of taking his seat and of rising from his seat, he shall be punctilious in point of time, mindful of the courtesies, careful to preserve the dignity of the court, while maintaining an equal aspect towards all litigants, as well as lawyers appearing before him.
He should be careful to preserve the dignity of the court.
Yes.
Yes.
My Lord, I think
you are saying it comes under this too?
What I'm saying is that these are the provisions which can be...
No, tell me which one.
My Lord, I said Article 5 and Article 2, subpara 2 also comes within that because, my Lord,
we have an advantage in having you before us.
My Lord, I'm grateful for
so the advantage is you are now well versed with SJC matters. Okay. The other SJC matters where you are proceeding again. One is finishing a complaint. Right? You don't have to inquire into great details of every frivolous kind of allegation. You can just dispose it off, consign it to the record or whatever it's called. But where are you proceeding against a judge? Why you proceed against a judge? With a view to remove him. So you have to give him some... I mean, here you may be conflicted as a lawyer. I'm not saying conflicted in this case, because your contentions at other place may be different. You say, no, forget it. Leave it aside. It's not a small matter of a small office holder post. It's a institutional matter. Don't you, let me ask you very candidly, as a senior lawyer, would you not want to know the truth of the matter, that the petitioner is telling the truth or your client is telling the truth? Just as you have invested your life in this profession. Yes, would you not want to know the truth of the matter?
This is exactly what I'm saying. I am with your lordship on that. What I'm saying is that not in this list, not in the case before
how
your
do we
lordship,
do it?
That your lordship takes suo motu action or takes some other action, but not any. It cannot be
इनकी एक तजवीज़ आई है कि send it for review, remand it to the Supreme Judicial Council, that Article 209(7) was not complied with, and 205 and 6 all use the word inquiry, and 7 says you cannot remove it unless you follow the procedure. So that was not done. Without this court determining it, could the Supreme Judicial Council re-examine it and determine it once and for all whether, I think the nation needs to know whether the allegation is true or false. Leave aside your interest and his interest. There is an interest of the nation. You come from an institution which is paid out by the public exchequer. The petitioner comes from an institution which is paid out of the public exchequer. These institutions are not for your personal benefits. They are there to serve the people. So what So what do we do with it? People will make fun of it. What did you come up with? Result? Who was telling the truth in this matter? Because the truth is diametrically opposed. He's saying one thing, you're saying the opposite. It's not a question of variation of the truth. He misunderstood me, I meant this. Then we could have maybe reconciled both versions. तो ये जरा बताएं, इसको solve करें.
जैसे गुजारिश की, what my learned friend has said, if he has proposed, if he is sticking to that the matter can go back to the Supreme Judicial Council.
Can it? ये पर.
I see a legal impediment that the Supreme Judicial Council is not cut out, is not constituted, it's not part of the Constitution for the purpose of making an inquiry which does not involve the recommendation made to the President for removal or otherwise of that of a judge. That part of the function has already come to an end.
Are you then suggesting a complaint is filed against a judge, or as in this case by the registrar, sumoto aap kehna jo, whatever you want to call it, without inquiring into the complaint, Supreme Judicial Council says he is removed, recommends to the President, remove him. That's it. End of story.
The petitioner is here for the purpose of getting it quashed precisely for this reason.
नहीं, quash की बात नहीं आएगी. I'm saying that is the one person, but this is not a matter of one person. It's a matter of the independence of the judiciary, which the people of Pakistan have invested into it. They're not interested in a judge serving or not serving. This matter has gone into the public domain now. It has to be, the public has to be satisfied one way or the other. Who was telling the truth? Well, truth doesn't matter anymore. I keep emphasizing on truth. If he's truth, I think all the maslas will go away.
Just as it was open.
Aren't you personally interested just to know?
No, yes, may I make a submission?
Burning inside you.
But not within the framework of law, within the framework of constitution, yes. We all want to know the truth, absolutely. But we have to remain within the frame. I will not see the
which provision prohibits such an order. I'm just thinking aloud.
ये जो केस है आपके पास
नहीं ये ऐसी जनरल बात कर रहे हैं. अगर एक और कल को केस आ जाए, कंप्लेंट हमारे पास पढ़ने में बहुत सारी पड़ी हुई है, आती जाएगी, मुझे कोई जज नहीं पसंद, मैंने कहा चलो हटा दो इसको, सारे हमारे सुप्रीम जुडिशियल मेंबर्स अग्री कर लें, हाँ हटा दो, कोई हम इंक्वायरी करें कुछ ना करें, आपको बस खत्म हो गई बात, अब कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं.
पिटीशन आती है, एक पिटीशन.
अगर देखिए एक बात है substituting your opinion for someone else, that's a different matter. The other is inquiring into the matter. Even a murderer has committed murder in front of everybody, you still have to go through the process. I mean, even someone commits murder right in front of 100, 200 people sitting in this room. We can't just say hang him. No, we'll have to frame a charge. We'll have to bring witnesses. We'll have to give an opportunity for cross-examination. Total waste of time, you will say. Yes, that's what rule of law means. Total waste of time. Sometimes it amounts to that. I'm just trying to, each decision creates a precedent. So where should we go now from here?
As I keep saying, my lord, the order gets quashed if dishonorable bench comes to the conclusion.
Then the nation will hold us accountable.
Necessary, notwithstanding the allegations made.
If you have finished, can we request the Attorney General? Huh?
Yes.
Okay.
I made my submission.
Have you understood, because you came in late, from what let's just quickly recap everything. The petitioner made allegations in a speech to a bar. One is, you shouldn't speak to the bar at all, end of story, go home. The other is that the speech was it was not pleasant for someone or the other, and nonetheless it was made. Now the content is either true or false. It is admitted on all sides that the Supreme Judicial Council did not inquire into the matter. The word inquiry, Khan Sahab has said, his finds mentioned twice, 5, again in 2096, and 2097 says you can't remove it unless this. Okay? To proceed further, you have to inquire into the matter. not to finish a complaint. If the complaint was consigned to the record, that's not the issue. But when you are proceeding against a judge,